Hey everyone, this is Dr. Sandy and welcome to this video where we are going to talk about brain fog. We're going to talk about what it is, possible causes, and things we can do to help that situation. If you're watching for the first time, my name's Dr. Sandy. I'm a practicing chiropractor. It's been over 20 years. My obsession is helping younger people, adults, senior citizens get healthy, get strong as possible by working naturally with the body, and my specific focus is working with the spine and nerve system because these are the master systems of the body to get them as strong as possible, so physically, mentally, emotionally you're at your absolute best. That's the objective of our office. So let's jump into it. Brain fog. Now, this is something I'm seeing more and more, and I wanted to really make a video about this because I find more patients are complaining about this. I talk to them. So let's even start with the definition. What is brain fog? Brain fog is that feeling you get where you're like, you know what? I just don't feel as sharp as I used to be. I'm having trouble memorizing things. I have to read something again and again. I literally feel like exhausted mentally. Everything feels like an effort mentally. Fatigue. It's just like that mental fatigue, confusion, the memory's not as sharp. It just feels like that computer, which is our brain, it's moving slow, it's sluggish. And it can be a very frustrating feeling. It can make your day feel very long. It can be just, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. I've talked to people about it. And what are things that can cause that like mental feeling of just feeling slow? You don't feel as sharp and crisp. Or what are possible causes? So number one, obviously, if you have been chronically under stress, let's say there's been a certain level of stress you've had for a long time, or if you've had acute stress, this could possibly cause that brain fog feeling where you just don't feel mentally clear. Another thing that can cause this as well is that, let's say you're not sleeping right and it's been quite some time. Sleep is when the body, the mind, everything gets a chance to rejuvenate, repair itself. Sleep is an essential part of our lives, and if you're not getting enough sleep, this can contribute also to brain fog as well. Another possible cause is a sedentary lifestyle, like you drive to work or you work from home, you get on your computer, you're not moving much, you're not exercising, you're just not moving the body. This could also possibly lead to brain fog. And also another thing which would make sense as well is, what are you eating? Like, are you eating the best foods? If you're not eating the best foods, it can obviously affect literally the body and the brain. And that's what I love when I look at the science, the way it works now. We're realizing everything's connected, everything is holistic. And yes, if you eat bad food, we know there's an inflammatory response, things don't work right. But like, if certain organs are not healthy, it's going to affect the brain, right? Like, everything's really connected. So if you start eating good, it's going to help the body. And we shouldn't think of the body in all these separate parts. We should think of it as a unit. So eating better obviously will just help the situation. Getting more active is good for your heart, it's good for your muscles, but guess what? It's good for the brain as well. Getting enough sleep, it's good for every system, and if you can learn to manage stress, obviously that's going to be a good thing. So let's get into some specifics of things you can do. So the big thing I'm seeing more than ever, I think we just live in a time that's very fast, we're moving fast, and then we have our phones and there's all this technology and stuff like that. So we need time to take breaks. We need time to recharge. So the first thing I would say, and I want to take a dive into this, is that look at your stress levels. Are you chronically stressed? And guys, I'm going to tell you something. Even if everything's going great in your life, just working, taking care of the family, I mean, everything, even if it's going good, that itself is a stress. And it feels like, I mean, I will tell you from a personal experience, sometimes it just feels like there's not enough time in the day to get everything done. So we need to consciously make time to say, okay, whether in the beginning it's maybe 20 minutes, half an hour in the day of doing something that just relaxes you. Maybe that's prayer, maybe that's meditation, maybe that's reading something inspirational. And it could look like a waste of time, but making that time to say, you know what, I need time for myself. I'm going to go outside and just get some fresh air. That is a way to recharge you, because you can't keep pushing a car that's running on empty with no gas. And we are the exact same way. I think sometimes we want to be so productive and go, there's so much to do, not realizing that at a certain point you will break down, just like a car or anything else. So let's make time. Let's start with 15-20 minutes, and as you build, maybe half an hour to say, I will do something that I know is good for me. I'm not just gonna play video games or just waste my time, but I will do something that nourishes me. I will do something where I will mentally, physically just feel better. Maybe I'll start to just exercise, move a little more. We'll talk about that. But just making that time to read something, the meditation, the prayer, listening to some music that inspires you, that lifts your heart. These are ways to obviously combat stress. I think another thing is that if there's someone you feel close to, a family member, be there for them. They should be there for you. Talk about what's bothering you. Journal what bothers you. Write it down on a piece of paper and just get it out of the system, whatever that looks like for you. You have to have lifestyle management strategies. You need ways to manage stress because that is a part of life. And if you are thinking I'll never have stress, it's just part of the human experience. So let's just have the tools to manage it, but learn to manage your stress. Learn to have some downtime. And as you get better and better, you might get to the point that, you know what, on Sundays, guys, we're just going to take it easy, or Saturday, or whatever day of the week. There might be like Wednesday afternoons, you finish work early, and that's your time to do something that kind of replenishes you. So please manage your stress because this will help you think clearly, react appropriately, and it'll help with the brain fog. So number 2, sleep. Sleep is when the brain goes through a massive repair process. It organizes thoughts and whatever happened throughout the day. Make time for your sleep. The more you sleep, the more you can fight brain fog. The better sleep, you're going to be focused. You're going to have that laser-like intensity. The memory, everything's obviously going to improve. So honor your sleep. If you're not getting enough sleep, get on it. On the weekend, try to catch up, get naps. Honor your sleep. This will help brain fog. Number 2, you got to move, man. And we all know that, okay, that makes sense. If I move, it's going to help my heart and muscles, my cardiovascular system, which is true. But every time you're moving, you are helping the brain get better. The brain is an organ, it needs input. And actually, we also know in the research that when the spine is moving and stimulated appropriately, it actually helps the brain. I mean, if the heart's better, if your blood sugar's balanced because you're exercising, everything's going to help the brain, right? So let's make sure we're moving. And as you listen to this video, if you are someone who's just going to walk, maybe that's level 1, that's great. If you're working out, can you work out harder, more frequently? Whatever that looks like, please move. Obviously, enjoy it, just be safe. But you need to move to have a healthy brain and fight that brain fog. And then, man, look at your nutrition. If you eat bad food, it will affect how you think. Cut down on the caffeine. I've shared this before, and I'm proud to say it's been well over a year. I stopped in 2024. I stopped the caffeine. I stopped the alcohol. I am feeling good, and I will tell you, I feel more clear. My recall, thinking of things. When you're like, oh, I had to do X, Y, and Z. My response time when I think of stuff, I love it. I'm thinking more clearly. So please implement this. I would try to reduce alcohol, reduce caffeine, and then get to the point, if you can, just cut the stuff out if you can. You want to do baby steps, but this will help brain health. Now, the other thing you may want to look to also exercise-wise is yoga. I think yoga is a good thing. Anything that kind of just gets the body moving. Always tell yourself this thing. When the body's moving, you're helping the brain every single time. They're both connected. God made the body beautiful, and I think that's amazing. So the other thing I was going to say as well is that let's say you have gotten the extra sleep, you're managing your stress, you're exercising, you're trying to clean up your diet, you're doing those things, and you still have that brain fog. I would ask you to please look into getting an assessment. Now, what we do in our office, we obviously work with the spine, but I will tell you, especially if there's any pressure at the top, if there's any misalignments here on those nerves and they're impinging the message to the brain, that can affect clarity of thought. And I'll tell you something exciting. I've had patients, I've worked with them, and let's say the people with the neck pain, the headaches, and things like that, and a lot of them will say, the focus is off, my memory's not what it used to be, Dr. Sandy. And as we start to align this system, because you're going to help the neurological flow, you're going to help circulation, the blood flow, as you align this will nourish the brain, give it the input it needs, and then the brain can work better. So patients have told me that, I'm more calm, I'm relaxed, I can think more clearly, I just feel more on top of things. That's why I see my chiropractor every Tuesday as well. And I think with chiropractic, there's so many physical benefits. Yes, people with the headaches, the neck pain, the low back pain, but where we need to do more research, and if you talk to chiropractors who have been practicing for some time, they will share these stories, but I can tell you that the more you can actually work on the spine, the mental benefits, the emotional benefits. A good thing we see in our office when people are getting adjusted on a regular basis, they're saying things like, I just feel lighter, I feel calm, I just feel happier. It's because that's the way you're supposed to feel. And it's not that chiropractic is designed for that specific thing. It's a holistic way of saying, let's improve function in the body. We know if we can get into that spine, align it, allow the nerve impulses to flow, just make you express yourself. You are supposed to be healthy, strong, and vibrant and full of energy. And all we're doing in chiropractic is saying, let's align the system, let the brain and body have that proper communication, maximize the nerve system potential the way it should. You're supposed to be energetic. You're supposed to be focused. So chiropractic is very functionally based. Other healthcare systems, and sometimes we need those other healthcare systems, are very symptom driven. And of course, the symptom is the body saying it needs help, and I get it. And sometimes as a bandage solution, someone may need to do certain things. But I think what's exciting to me is doing things that functionally improve the body. So if you start to functionally correct the spine, if you have better posture, if the spine is working better, you will feel better. And you're really getting on a root cause kind of level, because you're saying, like, let's take pressure off the spine and nerve system, let the body start to regulate itself better, let the body heal itself better, and then we can have that full potential. We're really looking from a functional point of view. And as you improve function, guess what happens? Those symptoms start to disappear. So when someone has an alignment and there's a misalignment at the base of their spine and they're having back pain or sciatica, and we start to improve function, there's a correction of that spine, the messages can go through properly and the person feels better. So with that same logic, if there's any misalignments at the top, what's basically connected here is your brain. So if the brain is getting, let's say, 85% of the information, not 100%. So it's not like you're totally forgetting stuff, but you're just like, I just don't feel as sharp, I just don't think as clearly. That's brain fog, man. And if we can, eat good, you got to exercise. Of course you need to do those things. To me, when I say those things, that's a baseline. Of course you need to exercise. Of course you need to eat good. Of course you need to sleep well and do those things. You need to manage your stress, of course. But I will also say in the same breath that if you are not taking care of the spine, if there's misalignments here, man, you can eat good, you can exercise, but we won't get that full potential because that flow is not there. All we want to do is restore the flow. It's going to help the brain. And maybe it doesn't mean it's 100% perfect, but if someone says, man, I'm 10, 20, 30, 40%, it's working better and I've been suffering my whole life, but I just feel more crisp and clear, that to me is priceless. So do all these things. Like I said, take care of your lifestyle. But if brain fog is a concern, memory, just focus, like you just don't feel as sharp as you could, we'd love to see if we could help. So reach out to us. And you know what, in general, if you have any health questions, if you're looking for something natural where you can work with the body, natural based, and you want to see if chiropractic can help, we'd love to see if we can help. So reach out to us at 905-896-3393. You can call us, you can text us, 905-896-3393. We're here for you. We'd love to see if we can help. And you know what? If you enjoy this video, share this with someone. Maybe they can get some information that can put their life in the right direction. Comment, leave a like if you got some value from the video, but we're here for you. And remember, man, as hard as you can in your life, go natural. The body has a potential to heal itself. You just got to work with it. But be obsessed about natural health and healing. Yes, we need other systems to help us at times, and I get that. But when you can really care for the body and nurture for the body, it's only going to be a positive. It's only going to be good. And maybe you're all natural. Maybe you're natural, but you do need that medical support. That's awesome. That's great too. But the more you focus on yourself, the more you take self-responsibility, the more you start to do these things, it's only going to help. And you will have a great life. And really, honestly, when I think about the mission of our office, I want you to have the best life possible. I want children to be healthy and strong. I want adults to be healthy and strong. I want seniors to be healthy and strong. They deserve the best life. Because when you are not feeling good, when you can't think clearly, you are living in a prison. It feels like life is just horrible. It's kind of like whatever. You can have the best car, the best house, and all these good things, which you should go for it. But if you do not have your health, mentally, physically, emotionally, on whatever level, what's the point? You got to fight for your health. I was telling my family too that in life, be kind to people, but be aggressive about life. And what do I mean? Be nice to people all the time. But man, if you want to achieve something, you got to work for it. Don't have an entitlement mentality. So if you want to be successful, you're going to have to work for it. And guess what? If you want health, it's going to take work. It's going to take sacrifice. And the lower your level of health, the more work it's going to take and the more sacrifice. And even if we're working with someone, I'll have people sometimes say, well, I'm better, I just thought I'd be further along. Then I'll tell them, man, this has been going on for some time. It's going to take work. There's no way around it. I'm 52 now and I can share this with you. There's no shortcuts. I'm here to say that. Everything takes work. But if you can work on the body naturally, push the body naturally, give it time, give it patience, realize you haven't been doing certain things, it's been neglected, you're doing the right things, go natural, take care of the body, you'll be happy. You will be better than where you were your body, your health is absolutely everything. So again, reach out to us if you have any questions, 905-896-3393. Any questions, concerns, how we can help. If you're looking for a natural solution, we'd love to see if we can help. God bless you. Wishing you all the best.